Tide forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Bitter cold moving into the northern plains. I'll show you what's been happening in Minneapolis. But first of all, I want to show you the clear skies we had this morning over Nampa, looking out towards the south and west. Blue skies, lots of it today. We'll see more of this tomorrow. Look at the sun going down under a clear sky. Just a few scattered clouds over the mountains. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I expect a lot of sunshine. But it is Thursday morning. You may wake up to some snow. Maybe even in the Treasure Valley. We're starting to talk a little bit more about winter, and it's starting to look a little bit more like winter. They've got the tree up here, the Christmas tree that they put up today, and also they put the roof onto Santa's clubhouse here. So the village at Meridian looking very festive right now. We may add a little white on that, at least briefly, at some point towards the end of the week. Thursday morning seems to be the most favorable time. Right now it is 42 with that light breeze out of the northwest, making it feel like it's in the 30s. It is definitely on the cold side, and the wind is going to be a factor the next several days, right up until and during the point we may have snow on Thursday morning in the Treasure Valley. Snow on top of Brundage Mountain here. This is Payette Lake. 30 degrees in McCall with a west wind about 10 miles an hour. We're talking about a wind chill factor in the 20s right now. Some scattered clouds, and there will be snow flying in the mountains that may stick around for a while in the central mountains. I want to show you this view from Tamarack. They've turned their cameras around to show the blue skies, but also right here at the bottom of the screen, that patch of snow, there's a snow gun right there. They've been making snow at the base of Tamarack, and so they've got their snow machines ready. As it starts to get colder, that cold air is going to hang on in, and so they'll start to fill all this in with snow. So Tamarack, as well as most of the other ski resorts, such as Bogus Basin, gearing up for the winter season. That snow didn't all melt, that snow that fell the other day, and so now we still have snow here, and this might be the beginning of the snow that you'll be skiing on if we can just keep enough cold air on. I still see some warm-ups coming after this big Arctic blast, but there's a chance at maybe the base of the snow that you'll be skiing on. So 48 degrees for a high today. We're going to drop that 8 degrees tomorrow down to 40. Notice the colder weather moving in from the north into the east, north right here as well. 52 in Seattle, 68 in San Francisco, mild down to the south. It's only 24 in Denver. The Arctic plunge will mostly stay to the east of the divide, but it's cold air, it's heavier, it comes in low, and when it hits the passes, it sends howling winds, 30, 40, 50 miles an hour in some of these passes. And we're dealing with air that's in the teens and 20s, so the wind chill factors in some of these passes are brutal. This is not the time to be hiking in the higher elevations unless you are absolutely prepared for winter conditions and the way the wind is blowing. Not really a good time for that. Temperatures in the 40s now, but 39 in Mountain Home, 30 in McCall. I show you that 42 in Boise. That's the air temperature, but the wind chill factor is now 37. Wind chill 27 in Twin Falls and 23 in Stanley, and there are snow showers in southeast Idaho right now. Clearer skies to the west, snow showers in Missoula. It's brutal cold in Montana and Wyoming right now, and that cold air will stay mostly east of the divide, but we're going to get a portion of it moving on in. And as we get the cold air in places, that cold air settles on in, a moist flow of air will come in from the south and west, and that will ride over the top of the cold air, and that could bring snow for the Treasure Valley on Thursday. But we talked about snow in Minneapolis. It's finally drying out. More than 16 inches on the north side of Minneapolis today. 1 to 200 car accidents reported. And they say they can drive up there in the Midwest in the snow. Evidently, some folks having a hard time getting used to that as this big Arctic plunge of air is moving down mostly to the south, but some of it to the west over us. And again, when you bring warm air, when air rises, it cools, condenses, makes clouds and precipitation. So cold air in place, warm air hits it, it goes up and over it, and that overrunning of the warm air is what will cause snow to fly in southern Idaho and northern Nevada and eastern Oregon as well. So look at these temperatures currently. Now 18 in Denver. It is really cooling down. That cold air blasting down towards Texas will go from the 70s to the 40s tomorrow. 81 in southern Arizona, and that cooler weather today will be dropping our temperatures back down to 40 and then eventually in the 30s. In fact, this computer chart shows 38 for a high tomorrow, 3 in Billings, and there's that colder weather sagging to the south and west for Wednesday. The wind will pick up on Wednesday. It's going to be brutal, but the sunshine, clear skies now. This is tomorrow. No clouds except near Bora Peak between Galena Pass maybe. Some snow flurries are possible. Sunshine on Wednesday, but only 35 degrees with a wind chill factor in the 20s all day long. It will be frigid, a wind chill factor near 0 in Boise on Wednesday morning. Keep that in mind. Frigid cold, but here comes that warm overrunning that I talked about, and there's the snow that could develop to the south. We're going to have to watch this closely. There could be an inch on the ground in parts of the valley, maybe more, maybe a little less. It's something that I'll fine-tune as we get closer, but there's that late week storm moving on in. So near 40 tomorrow, sunshine, northwest winds 10 to 15, brisk and colder, lows in the 20s tomorrow morning. I think my tomatoes are finally going to die in the garden this week as the cold air comes in and starts to freeze some things. Teens in Long Valley, 30, but we've got that breeze out there, and so Sunny and brisk at most all locations. Stanley, Sun Valley, a couple of snow flurries are not out of the question here. 11 in Stanley in the morning, 25 in the afternoon. Sun Valley will hit 28. In the Magic Valley tomorrow, the wind is going to pick up. Wind chill by tomorrow night could go to -5 in Twin Falls. Keep that in mind. That extended forecast. Actual air temperature on Wednesday, 35 degrees with a wind chill factor in the morning near 0. Winter cold, get the winter coats out, and snow on Thursday morning. You'll wake up and think, gotta be kidding me. And then Friday,
we're already saying that.
Saturday, rain and snow showers. If anything's going to stick in the ground, it would only be Thursday for the first part of the day in the valley.
Actually sticking.
Actually sticking. I'll update you on that.
All right, thanks, Scott.
So the United States Department of Veterans Affairs announced today the biggest reorganization